for the pictures, then I share it.
It's on. Well, Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. What a treat it is to welcome so many family and friends and extended family for what is an evening of true celebration of Shabbat, the accomplishments of our young people through confirmation, and the celebration of a bar mitzvah. So I know that many reasons bring us here tonight, from celebration to remembrance, for prayers for those who are ill in body, mind, and soul, and still others who are looking for inspiration or just the quiet of the sanctuary. Whatever brings you here, we welcome you and look forward to your participation in our confirmation service. You are about to meet 22 extraordinary young people who are going to now reclaim their place as part of adult members of the Jewish community, this time on their own terms, because they themselves have chosen to be here and to share their thoughts and teachings together. So please make sure you all have a special prayer booklet. The entire service is contained within it. For some, you may need some Kleenex, just in case the tears start to fall as you wonder, where did all the years go and how did we get to this place? And still for others, if you do not have a prayers booklet, it's a perfect time to get to know your neighbor and to share. It is now my pleasure to announce the confirmation class of 2017, as we do with the sound of the shofar.
Adonai kitom ki leolam chasto. Hodu Adonai kitom ki leolam chasto. Oh, we give thanks to you, for your love is never ending. Ki leolam chasto. And we give thanks to you, for the world is now depending on Kile Olam Chasdo. Hodu Ladonai Kitom, Kile Olam Chasdo. Hodu Ladonai Kitom, Kile Olam Chasto. For peace everlasting each day, when we who are Israel will know. Ki leolam chasto. Ladonai kitom, ki leolam chasto. Hodu Ladonai kitom, ki leolam chasto.
Jewish tradition teaches that the ceremony of confirmation is linked to the holiday of Shavuot, the last of the 3 pilgrimage festivals, including Sukkot and Pesach, that are tied to agricultural cycles. During each celebration, we are commanded to decorate our homes with flowers, leaves, plants, and fruits, reminding us that according to Midrash, Mount Sinai blossomed with flowers in anticipation of the giving of the Torah.
Bikurim means first fruits, and as you have already seen, we have placed flowers in the ark as a symbolic offering to God. Our offerings show our thanks to God for all we have achieved and accomplished in reaching this Jewish milestone. Our flowers represent the blossoms of potential for our futures. We all stand here today as one, thanking God for all that we have been giving and hoping for a future infused with love of our faith and people that continues to blossom like the many flowers of spring.
Shabbat Shalom.
I'm Anna Vretsky.
And I'm Zoe Bender. We are both part of Rabbi Magnitsky's confirmation class of 2017. Our class has appropriately chosen the theme of this service to be the spirit of friendship. What better way to summarize the amazing year we had at Temple Har Shalom?
The highlight of our confirmation year was unarguably our trip to Washington, D.C. I think I can speak for everyone who went on the trip that we had an amazing time. In Washington, D.C., our confirmation class, as well as about 400 other Reformed Jewish teens in the nation, attended the Latakin Social Justice Seminar, a program that is in partnership with the Religious Action Center. In this program, we learned about current social justice issues and looked at these issues through a Jewish lens. We were given the amazing opportunity to write speeches about one of those social issues and lobby in Congress. It was truly a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Although the lobbying was the main point of the trip, our confirmation class emerged as friends, or even better friends than before. My favorite memory from the trip was of our confirmation class trying to figure out a way to eat dinner together on 2 of our nights out. What makes that memory even more special is the fact that we weren't forced to do this. We all simply wanted to have dinner as a class, kind of like a family in a way. You can't imagine how hard it was to find a restaurant in Georgetown where we could all eat together. Can you tell by our class size? It took 3 separate reservations, but it all worked out.
Now, I get how some of you may be confused by the theme, the spirit of friendship. To be completely honest, we couldn't choose which theme we liked more, spirit or friendship. So we combined them. Thinking about it, the spirit of friendship perfectly relates to our class. Muhammad Ali summarized friendship in a great quote. Friendship is not something you learn in school, but if you haven't learned the meaning of friendship, you really haven't learned anything. Hebrew school has taught us many things over the years, like how to be a good Jew, how to read Hebrew, how to chant prayers. But one thing you cannot teach is friendship. I think our entire class learned a thing or two about this topic.
Thank you for coming tonight. We hope you all enjoy the service. Shabbat Shalom.
Confirmands, please rise. Praised are you, Adonai our God, who blesses us on this confirmation day. Like generation of Jews before us, we come to the sanctuary to confirm our Jewish identities and acknowledge our responsibility to keep alive and struggle with the traditions and faith of our people. Today we make a vow to our ancestors, our families, and to ourselves. We will engage in Jewish learning and the life of the Jewish community throughout the rest of our lives. Thus, we will ensure the future of Judaism. Confirmants, parents, and family rise if we're able to do so. We acknowledge your vow and appreciate the seriousness which you make it. We pray that we may continue to be worthy helpers to you, sustaining you with love. We promise to help and guide you. Let our ears be open to the words of our people, and our hearts and minds to the words of Torah. Let our hands be open to doing good deeds, that we may be a blessing to future generations, just as they are a blessing to us. Please be seated.
Throughout my 10 years of going to Hebrew school at Temple Har Shalom, I have made so many new friends that really reflect the spirit of friendship that is the theme of our confirmation. One of my most cherished memories here was when we went on music at Sunday school. I remember having so much fun with everyone while singing the songs, and by the end of our time at Sunday school, I knew all the songs and I got to know every person in my class. Even though every single year there are new people and the people that you have known throughout the 10 years, our shared love of Judaism and our time together helps us all form the same close-knit bond year after year, which is truly the spirit of friendship.
This year is our confirmation year, and each year leading up to this one has just gotten better and better. I remember joining Temple Har Shalom in the middle of 3rd grade, and I made so many close friends from that first class. Learning about my Jewish heritage has always been interesting from in-class lessons and field trips. To this day, our trip to Ellis Island in 5th grade has been one of the best experiences of my life. Then our pre-confirmation trip to Philly last year was an amazing bonding experience for our group. The RAC trip to DC was by far the most interesting, busy, and overall the most important trip I have ever gone on. I met so many Jewish teens from across the country, and I was able to go into many important political buildings and talk to actual legislative aides and share my views with them, trying to make a difference. Rabbi and Cantor have made all these trips amazing, and I couldn't ask for a better Jewish community to support me through my confirmation.
The honor of the candle lighting and the kiddush always go to our bar mitzvah and his family. So it is a pleasure to welcome forward Terrence Connolly together with his parents and his sister. And Terrence, go get the pink sheet. Go get the pink sheet.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu li'ad liknei בהדליק של Shabbat.
Terrence, grab the Kiddush cup. Hold it up high, and here we go.
Where's the big sheet? Amen. Kivanu v'acharta ve'otanu kidashta mikol ha'amim v'shabbat kodshecha be'ahava u'ratzon inchaltanu baruch atah Adonai mikadesh Shabbat. Amen.
Enjoy some of that juice.
I think that's one of the first times, Terrence, that somebody hasn't even used the pink sheet to chant the Kiddush, so yasher koach.
I would like to start by thanking Rabbi Mitznitsky, Cantor Berman, and all of our teachers from Mountaintop to Hebrew High School for your support over the years. While I stood here on the bima only 3 years ago as a bat mitzvah, it is crazy to think about how much has changed during that time. Growing up at Temple Har Shalom has shaped me as a person and has fostered this close-knit group of students standing here today. While we were all friendly with each other over the years, the RAC trip allowed us to really bond as we worked together towards change for issues that we felt passionately about. Presenting our views on Capitol Hill is an experience that I will never forget, and I think it is safe to say that we will always remember sharing this together. Even though we are being confirmed today, this is only the beginning of my adult Jewish life. It's important for me to continue the Jewish traditions and pass them down from generation to generation.
Shabbat Shalom. My name is Andrew Moglinessi, and I have been part of the Temple Har Shalom community since preschool. I have grown up here sharing many great moments with my friends, teachers, the rabbi, and cantor. I am first to admit that I really did not want to attend Hebrew High after my bar mitzvah, but the rabbi convinced me that it would be a great experience. 3 years ago, I had a bar mitzvah. After it, I was fortunate to travel with the rabbi and Rabbi Kaplan to Israel. That was one of the best trips I've ever taken. To have a bar mitzvah on top of Masada was an incredible experience. I learned a lot about Judaism and saw the beautiful country. Most recently, all the 10th graders traveled to Washington, D.C. to lobby Congress. This RAC trip brought our grade closer together, and we all seemed to bond and get along. That's what it's all about, friendship. It was important to express our views and hear from other kids as well. I want to thank Rabbi Minitsky, Rabbi Ron, Cantor, my mom, dad, grandma, and all my classmates for helping me reach this milestone.
The closeness of the confirmation class is not something that can easily put into words. Although we don't get to see each other often as we all go to different schools, we can always count on coming to Hebrew school to be together. When we're in class with the rabbi, we can just hang out, not worry about all the homework we have or all the projects that need to be completed. Class is a place where we can just leave the outside world behind and just be together. We all have different interests, but that's what makes it fun when we're together, because we're not the same. Our differences bring us together into the close group we are as friends.
Good evening, Rabbi, Cantor, and guests. Our theme tonight is Spirit of Friendship. This means that there must be a brotherhood between all of us. Jewish students from other temples from all over the United States came to Washington, D.C. to lobby to their congressman and senator on several different issues. We talked about LGBT rights, which is lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender, and what they have as a people. We also spoke about gun control, Yisrael, and several other topics that involve our society. On our trip, we also visit the Smithsonian Institute Museum, Thomas Jefferson Memorial, the Holocaust Museum, and so many other places that will be hard to mention here. I want to thank the temple for a wonderful learning experience. Overall, we spent about 4 days there with Temple Har Shalom. And we as a temple do a lot of activities together. Everything from feeding the homeless to going to Israel. And we are all brothers and sisters here at Temple Har Shalom, so let us keep this community going. Thank you.
We rise for the Chatzi Kaddish, page 7.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, בעלמא יברח ירותי וימליך מלכותי, בחייכון ובימיכון ובחיי כל בית ישראל, בעגלה ובזמן קריב ואמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך לעולם ולעולמי עולמיה, יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתהלל שמי קדושה בריחו לעילה מן כברכתה ושירתה, תשביחתה ותנחמתה תאמירה מעלמה ואמרו אמן. Yai dai dai, yai dai dai dai, yai dai 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 dai. Baruchu et Adonai hamivorach. Baruch Adonai hamivorach v'olam va'ed. Baruch Adonai hamivorach v'olam va'ed.
We continue with Shema.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem Kivod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed.
Please be seated.
You do it with you? Okay, go ahead. 1, 2. Okay, 1, 2, 3.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ומשכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
Temple Har Shalom has had a huge impact on my life as I have grown and matured into who I am today in its presence. From a young boy learning his ABCs, meeting his first friends, to a bar mitzvah, venturing off to Washington, D.C., to write speeches for senators and congressmen, this congregation has had a huge impact in molding who I am today. Many people here have watched me grow up and nurtured me along the way, which is why I want to give a great amount of appreciation to all. This temple has really shown the world what it can mean to be a Jewish person living in the U.S. I can honestly say that I am proud to be Jewish and have the friends and community I have today because of it. That is why I also want to thank all of my fellow confirmands for being such an amazing group of friends over the past years. I can't wait to continue my future with Temple Har Shalom.
Our confirmation service theme is the spirit of friendship. And for anyone that has spent any amount of time with us, you can quickly tell that we have lots of spirit and very strong friendships. I know that I've become much better friends with my fellow confirmands during this year. I can mainly attribute this to the amazing trip to Washington, D.C. that many of us took to lobby for our Jewish ideals. I really cannot overstate how much it meant to me to spend a long, informative, and fun weekend with many of my Jewish friends away from home. I know I can speak for all of us when I say that we all became even better friends than we were before, having shared many wonderful experiences. In fact, we have talked a lot this year about the connection that Jews have between each other. Wherever you go, you can always find someone Jewish. It is a special connection that once you make, it can add layers of meaning to a simple interaction. I know I've experienced this before. After meeting someone for the first time and finding out that they were Jewish as well, instantly put me in a cool sense that I would easily get along with this person, and that we could already be friends. It's a common Jewish experience that I know we shared, even if not directly, that made me excited to talk to this person and get to know them. This wonderful opportunity that we have had to talk about ourselves and our Jewish experience really means a lot to me, and I am very happy that we were able to have it. I would like to give a big thanks to my family, friends, and Rabbi for helping make this such a great year. Thank you.
Even in second grade, I thought I knew of every Jewish kid in my whole school. Just me, my sister, that one annoying boy, that girl who was only half, and a couple more who were older than me. But on the first day of Passover in 2009, when I sat on the blue circle time carpet in Miss Fisher's class at Bedwell Elementary, with my bag of matzah for snack, my knowledge of Bernardsville's Jewish population grew by one. A girl whose name I knew but had never spoken to sat down next to me. I looked over at her snack and I asked her, "Is that matzah?"
Yeah.
"Well, are you Jewish?"
Yeah.
"Me too." I probably scared her, but it was worth it. The following year, she joined me in Mrs. Hahn's third grade Hebrew school class. From that moment on, we've carpooled everywhere, sat next to each other and talked too much at every Sunday school class, had and still have way too much Dunkin' Donuts, overachieved at everything involving Hebrew reading, picked out bat mitzvah dresses together, lobbied together at the amazing rack trip, and here we are getting confirmed together, 7 years since Anne and I bonded over matzah. As I'm sure you'll hear from every confirmand, this year was the year that we all became close. This group of wonderful people, old friends and new ones, is the reason I continue to stay active in Jewish activities and the reason I'll keep doing so in the future.
As Eliza said before, I joined Temple Har Shalom when I was in third grade. I didn't even know what being Jewish meant at the time. 7 years later, I still attend Hebrew school. I've already had my bat mitzvah and I'm now being confirmed. I've learned so much over the years here at Temple Har Shalom. I've also made so many great friends. In March, not to be redundant, but our confirmation class went on a trip to Washington, D.C. We all became so close over the course of those 4 short days. Though our schedules were very busy on the trip, we always found time to get together and have some fun, whether it be hanging out in each other's hotel rooms or singing fun songs on the bus. The trip brought us so much closer. The theme of this service, the spirit of friendship, perfectly describes how close our confirmation class became. Before this year, I did not know many of the people in my class very well. Now I feel like we've all been friends for years. Every week I look forward to coming to Hebrew school to see my friends and learn about my religion.
Mi chamocha Elohim Adonai mi kamocha Nidar b'kodesh norati hilot Osefele norati hilot Osefele malchutecha ra'u banecha okeyayam Lifnei Moshe Miriam Ze'ili anu ve'amru Adonai himoch le'olam va'ed Mi kamocha Bailim Adonai mi kamocha Nidar b'kodesh norati hilot Osefele norati hilot Osefele.
We continue with Hashkivenu.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, l'shalom. Ve'hamidenu shomreinu l'chaim. Ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha, ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha. Amen.
Grant, O God, that we lie down in peace, and raise us up, our guardian, to life renewed. Spread over us the shelter of your peace. Guide us with your good counsel, for your name's sake be our help. Shield and shelter us beneath the shadow of your wings. Defend us against enemies, illness, war, famine, and sorrow. Distance us from wrongdoing. For you, God, watch over us and deliver us. For you, God, are gracious and merciful. Guard our going and coming to life and a peace evermore. Blessed are you, Adonai, guardian of Israel, whose shelter of peace is spread over us, over all your people Israel, and over Jerusalem.
We rise for the Amidah, beginning on page 11.
Adonai sifatai tiftach ufi tehilatecha. Eternal God, open my lips that my mouth may declare your glory. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avotenu Elohei Abraham Elohei Isaac v'Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel v'Elohei Leah Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor Hanora El Elyon Gomel Chasadim Tovim V'Konei Hakol V'Zocher Chasei Avot V'Imahot U'Mevin Geula Livnei Bneihem L'Ma'an Shemo V'Ahava Melech Ozer Moshiach U'Magen Baruch atah Adonai Magen Avraham ve'Ezrat Sarah Atah Gibor le'olam Adonai Mechayi hakol atarav le'Hoshia Morit atal Mechakel Chaim bechesed Mechaye hakol birachamim rabim, somech noflim rofei cholim, umatir asurim, kayem emunato, mishenei afar, michamocha ba'al gevurot, umitomela. Melech memit u'mechaye u'matzmiach Yeshua v'nemanata l'chayot hakol Baruch atah Adonai mechaye hakol אתה קדוש ושמך הקדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלע. ברוך אתה אדוני, האל הקדוש.
Please be seated. Please join me in the singing of Shalom Rav, and afterwards Zach will be sharing the English translation.
Shalom Ra'av al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Le'olam. Shalom Ra'av al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Le'olam. Tasim Le'olam.
Grant us peace, your most precious gift, our eternal source of peace, and give us the will to proclaim its message to all the peoples of earth. Bless our country, that it may always be a stronghold of peace, and its advocate among the nations. May content reign within its borders, health and happiness within its homes. Strengthen the bonds of friendship among inhabitants of all lands, and may the love of your name hallow every home and every heart. Blessed is the eternal God, the source of peace.
Hi. Oh. So the bus ride to Washington, D.C. took about 4 hours, and had it not been filled with all my friends, it would probably been the new definition of awkward and boring. Add that to the bus ride back, and the total time added from driving to place had probably been over 8 hours of sitting next to my friends. When I first sat down on the bus, I didn't think, oh no, I'm going to be sitting here for 4 hours. The bus ride was never a problem. It was more of, I'm sitting with all my friends for 4 hours.
Okay, I want to start off by saying thank you to the rabbi, cantor, parents, congregants, and to my fellow confirmands. I have known most of you since 4th grade, and ever since then, we have all become so close. We have not just created a long-lasting friendship, but a family. Being together over the many years has given us the opportunity to get to know each other and become as close as we are today. Seeing these amazing people almost every Wednesday is what made my week seem shorter, and knowing that I would get to see my friends in the middle of a long week is what made it so much better. Along with this, we have established a forever lasting relationship with the rabbi, cantor, and teachers here at Temple, and we couldn't be happier to have had the opportunity to be able to learn from these amazing intellectuals. We as a Jewish community are the definition of friendship because we show togetherness, unity, and kindness towards one another. We support and encourage each other to do our best, and we always stick together. Thank you to everyone who has been a part of our journey, and we cannot wait to continue our Jewish studies together.
Good evening, everyone. So standing here behind me, we have our confirmation class of 2017. And although we're all in the same outfit of white robes, it can be agreed by everyone here that we all we all have very different interests and hobbies and dreams for the future. And as teenagers, we have a lot of pressure on us for what the future may hold. And so this poem is about following your dreams, even though people may tell you you can't, that you're not good enough. So I hope you enjoy. It's called The Future's Forecast. The future, the bumpy journey of how and why, a densely wooded trail of answers. But beyond this forest, a garden of opportunity blossoms ahead, our dreams a budding rose. They tell us from the time we are young to tend to them with our watering cans, and they will grow true with time. But roses simply cannot survive the thunderstorms that reality brings. The gloomy, dreadful clouds of fear form above you, their bitter raindrops of doubt trickle down. A lightning bolt cuts brilliantly across the stormy sky. One clap of thunder booms for every person who told us we couldn't. But how about a rainbow for every time we could? The darkness has vanished, and all I can see is vibrant fluorescence. This storm is ending now. The sun has come out of hiding, and its glorious light shines upon the world, upon our garden of roses. Our futures are in full bloom. Thank you.
And as always, we pause for a few moments of silent prayer in gratitude for the blooms which we see before us and how much they are flowering in blessing.
Open up our eyes, teach us how to live, fill our hearts with joy and all the love we have to give. Gather us in peace as you lead us to your name, and we will know that you are one. We will know that you are one.
I had no clue I would enjoy Hebrew High as much as I have. Let me just say that third grade to being a bar mitzvah, I always told myself, you're out of here after your bar mitzvah. But I learned very soon after I didn't actually want to do that. I have not been able to be here all the time this year and the past years, but when I have been here, I have found it to be very interesting and I've enjoyed participating and debating conversation, but mostly the debating. I was disappointed to miss the Washington trip due to some sicknesses, but I feel I am very strong in my voice in things I like to say, and that would have been helpful for me to do that. I now understand through this temple that it's important as a Jewish man to be able to speak up and support my community. I'm not afraid to join in and enjoy keeping the conversations lively. This temple is truly an environment of exploration where you can feel free to express yourself and your opinions.
Shabbat Shalom. My name is Brianna Moglanesi. This is a very important milestone that the other confirmants and I have reached in Judaism, and I am so glad and delighted to share it with you. I chose to continue my studies after I had my bat mitzvah 3 years ago. In addition, I was extremely grateful to have the opportunity to travel to Israel with my family, as well as Rabbi Musiksi, Rabbi Ron, and other families, and become a bat mitzvah on Masada. This was an amazing experience, and I wouldn't change it for the world. I have been a part of Temple Har Shalom community since preschool, and I have created many memories with the rabbi, cantor, my teachers, families, and friends. After I had my bat mitzvah, I decided to continue my education at Hebrew High, and I was so glad that I did. Throughout my time attending Hebrew High, I have made many great friends. In March, we traveled to Washington, D.C., where we expressed our views, lobbied to Congress, and met Jewish teens from across the country. This RAC trip brought us so much closer as a class, and I am very thankful for that. In the future, I will take these experiences with me and carry them throughout my life. Finally, I would like to thank Rabbi Cantor, Rabbi Kaplan, and all my teachers and classmates for their support in helping me reach this incredible milestone in my life. I also want to thank my mom, dad, grandma, and for all their love and helping me through the years.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. A friend is defined as someone you share a mutual bond with. However, there's much more to this meaning. During the RAC trip, we as a confirmation class became very close to each other and truly felt what it meant to be friends. Despite our differing political views, we were able to put aside the ideas while visiting museums, eating together, and just hanging out. The point of this is that we all became friends with each other for who we were, not our outlook on politics. In all honesty, I wouldn't have called myself friends with everyone in this class prior to the trip, but afterwards, I felt a mutual bond with all my fellow confirmands. Even with all the other temples making up the RAC trip, we, students of Temple Har Shalom, chose to stick together. To conclude, the spirit of friendship plays an important role in our lives as a community.
Shabbat Shalom. When Hebrew High School began in September, like typical teenagers, we gravitated towards our own friends. But what a difference a few months make. Over the past year, I feel like our group has become very close. When we went to Washington, D.C. in the beginning of March, it was a game changer for everyone. When we arrived in Georgetown, we had the choice to go off on our own for dinner. As a group, we decided to eat all together as we just thought it was going to be fun and enjoyable. When we got back on the bus, Rabbi's face seemed to be in shock. As all of a sudden, she said, "Wow, you were the first confirmants to eat all together at dinner. I'm so proud." As everyone began to clap, I thought it was just normal to do that, but I realized how different our group is and that perhaps confirmants in the past might have never thought it would be normal to eat all together. This is one example of why our theme, the spirit of friendship, really does have a strong meaning to our group. The Washington, D.C. trip wouldn't have been the same without everyone. Thank you so much, Shira, Michael, and especially Rabbi, for giving us the experience and memories of a lifetime.
A most significant part of confirmation is carrying Torah, accepting it as their own, and then reading from those precious words of the Ten Commandments. And so it is time for us to begin our Torah service. I'd ask you all to please rise.
Ki mitzion titzi Torah, Ki mitzion titzi Torah, udivar Adonai Yerushalayim. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu, Kadosh Shemo. Lech Adonai Hagidula, Hagidula, Vatiferet, V'Hamidachenu. Gichol Bashamayim U'Ba'aretz, Gichol Bashamayim U'Ba'aretz,
And you may all be seated.
As we go through our lives as members of this Jewish community, it is important to always stop and reflect upon our learnings here at Temple Har Shalom. Much of what we learned here guides us and helps to develop us into strong, respectful, caring individuals. The Ten Commandments all provide an important amount of framework for us to make wise decisions, whether it be in school or at Temple, in public or in private. One can often closely assimilate the Ten Commandments to modern-day law, showing us that common human morals have not changed even since before Moses brought down the Ten Commandments from Mount Sinai. But if this is so, and God bestows us these laws so that we can be good, then the question that sticks in our head is human moral behavior good because God proposes it, or does God tell us what our proper moral behavior is because it is good? Is law good because God proposes it, or is God proposing law because it is good? If law is good because God commands it, then the law seems to be quite arbitrary. On the other hand, if God suggests law because it is good or just, then there seems to be a standard that's higher than God. In this sense, we can interpret the law as an expression of God's character, in which we can achieve holiness by acting in correlation to good behavior. If this is so and God determines laws based on God's own nature, and humans are created in God's image, then we must discuss what happens when humans violate standard nature. If a man runs into a brick wall, we can assume that he might do more harm to himself than to the brick wall. Similarly, if a car that runs on diesel fuel is not given diesel fuel, it won't be able to run. We can take this into account of the Ten Commandments, saying that if humans neglect the law that God has given us, we will experience disappointment. This leaves us with a simple understanding. God gives us laws as a means of allowing us the opportunity to avoid mistakes. God gives us the Ten Commandments to ensure that we know not to run into that brick wall before we do. The laws that God gives us are meant to steer us away from making mistakes and towards living a happy, joyous life. Thank you.
Are you first? You're doing lessons. Okay. I need you guys to line up in order of audio. Right, you stay here. And your tone readers over here. Thank you. Okay.
Baruch Hu Adonai Hamvorach. Baruch Adonai Hamvorach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech HaOlam Asher Bachar Banu Mikol Ha'amim V'natan Lanu Et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai Notein HaTorah. Amen.
Yeah. Amen. Vaydaber Elohim et kol hadvarim ha'ela lemor. Anochi Adonai Elohecha asher chotzeticha me'eretz Mitzrayim mibeit avadim lo yiyeh lecha Elohim acherim al panai lo ta'aseh lecha fesel bechol timurna asher b'mayim ממעל, באשר בארץ מתחת, באשר במים מתחת לארץ, לא תשתחווה להם ולא תעבדם, כי אנוכי אדוני אלוהיך אלקנה פוקד עוון אבות על בנים, על שילשים ועל ריבעים לשונאי, ועושה חסד לאלפים, לאוהבי ולשומרי מצוותי, לא תישא את שם אדוני אלוהיך לשווא, כי לא ינקה אדוני את אשר יישא את שמו לשווא.
Go to my other side. Reading from Torah.
Amen. Zachor et Yom HaShabbat l'kodsho. Sheishet yamim ta'avod va'asita kol melachtecha. V'yom hashvi'i Shabbat l'Adonai Elohecha lo ta'aseh kol melacha ata unvicha uvitecha avdecha va'amerta uvhemtecha v'gercha asher bisharecha. Ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai et hashamayim v'et haaretz et hayom v'et kol asher bam vayanach bayom hashvi'i al ken v'yirach Adonai et yom hashabbat v'yikadshehu.
Amen. V'chol ha'am ro'im et hakolot ve'et alapidim ve'it kol hashofar Ve'et ha'ar Hashem, vayar ha'am, vayamnu, vayamdu mirochok, vayamru el Moshe, diberata imanu, v'ne'eman, v'ayal daber imanu, Elohim, penamu.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chayei olam natan b'tohenu Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
And God spoke all of these words, saying, I am Adonai your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. You shall have no other gods before me. You shall not make unto you a graven image, nor any manner of likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. You shall not bow down unto them, nor serve them. For I, Adonai, thy God, am a jealous God, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children, unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me, and showing mercy unto the thousandth generation of them that love me and keep my commandments. You shall not take the name of Adonai your God in vain. For Adonai will not hold him guiltless that takes his name in vain. Remember the Sabbath day, to keep it holy. 6 days shall you labor and do all thy work, but the seventh day is a Sabbath unto Adonai your God. On it you shall not do any manner of work, you, nor your son, nor your daughter, nor your manservant, nor your maidservant, nor your cattle, nor the stranger that is within your gates. In 6 days Adonai made heaven and earth, the sea and all that in them is, and rested on the seventh day. Wherefore Adonai blessed the Sabbath day and hallowed it. Honor your father and your mother, that your days may be long upon the land which Adonai your God gave you.
You shall not murder, you shall not commit adultery, you shall not steal, you shall not bear false witness against your neighbor, you shall not covet your neighbor's house, you shall not covet your neighbor's wife, nor his manservant, nor his maidservant, nor his ox, nor his ass, nor anything that is your neighbor's. And all the people heard the thunderings and saw the lightnings and the voice of the horn in the mountain and smoking. And when the people saw it, they trembled and stood afar off. They said unto Moses, Speak to us, and we will hear, but let not God speak with us, lest we die. And Moses said unto the people, Fear not, for God is come to prove you, and that his fear may be before you, that you sin not. And the people stood afar off, but Moses drew near unto the thick darkness where God was.
It is a rare occurrence that we read from the Torah, which our confirmands just read from. It itself was saved from the Holocaust. It is not a complete Torah. One day we hope to complete it, but it does contain the Ten Commandments. And therefore, how meaningful and how beautiful that they have just brought that Torah that was buried for so many years and hidden and finally transported here to Warren, New Jersey, to bring it back to life, to lift and dress it. It's now an honor to call forward Shira Romanovsky and Michael Levy. I'd ask everyone to rise, please.
Our Haftorah portion is from the Book of Ruth. The story is one of loyalty to family, a daughter-in-law to her mother-in-law, and of making a commitment to Judaism. Ruth travels with her mother-in-law Naomi back to Naomi's people. Ruth cares for her elderly mother-in-law by gleaning the fields to provide food. She stays by Naomi's side and accepts Naomi's religion, not knowing what the future will bring.
The book of Ruth ties in with our confirmation because, like Ruth, we are dedicating ourselves to Judaism. We are also taking our own risks and not knowing what the future will be for us as we look towards graduating from high school and going to college. We do not know that as Ruth had a home with Naomi and her people, we have a home here at Temple Har Shalom.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar in tovim viratza v'divrehem hane'emarim be'emet. Baruch atah Adonai aboher b'Torah u'Moshe avdo u'Yisrael amo.
Turn back, my daughters, for I am too old to be married. Even if I thought there was hope for me, even if I were married tonight and could also bear sons, should you wait for them to grow up? Should you, on their account, debar yourself from marriage? Oh no, my daughters. My lot is far more bitter than yours, for the hand of Adonai has struck out against me. They broke into weeping again. And Orpah kissed her mother-in-law for farewell. But Ruth clung to her. So she said, "See, your sister-in-law has returned to her people and her gods. Go follow your sister-in-law."
But Ruth replied, "Do not urge me to leave you, to turn back and not follow you. For wherever you go, I will go. Wherever you stay the night, I shall stay. Your people shall be my people, and your God my God. Where you die, I will die, and there I will be buried. Thus and more may Adonai do to me if anything but death parts me from you." When Naomi saw how determined she was to go with her, she ceased to argue with her, and the two of them went on until they reached Bethlehem. When they arrived in Bethlehem, the whole city buzzed with excitement over them. The women said, "Can this be Naomi?"
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, sor kol ha'amim, tzadik b'chol hadorot, ha'el ha'ne'ema, ha'ner be'oseh, hamdaber umkayeh, shekol devara emet v'sedeh, al haTorah ve'al ha'avodah ve'al ha'nevim ve'yom ha'Shabbat hazeh, shenatata lanu Adonai Eloheinu likdusha v'linuha lehavot yitifareh al hakol Adonai Eloheinu anachnu modim la umbarhi ota yitbarach shimha b'fi kol hai tamlit le'olam va'ed baruch atah Adonai mekadesh haShabbat.
Shabbat Shalom. The Washington, D.C. trip was an experience that I'll never forget because there were so many things that I participated in which made a lasting impression on me. I met many Jewish teens from states that I haven't been to and was interested to learn a little about their backgrounds. I learned about the problems that people are facing today, which I wasn't entirely aware of. A lot of beat about torture and indefinite punishment, which are topics that I felt passionate about. Lobbying in front of the legislative aides was a very important moment of the trip because our speeches could have influenced the Senate. Experiencing the Holocaust Museum firsthand really touched me because I saw the horrors faced in a way like never before. Hanging out with the kids from our temple while walking through the streets of Georgetown was another memorable moment because I had a chance to talk with the kids I usually don't talk to and learn about them. Being a part of the service at the Jefferson Memorial at night was just breathtaking. I mostly enjoyed getting to know the kids from my Hebrew high school in a relaxed atmosphere away from Temple. I would not trade this experience for anything.
10 years ago, I began my religious school education at Temple Har Shalom, and each year since kindergarten, I've expanded my knowledge and appreciation of the Jewish religion. Over the years, there have been so many highlights and wonderful memories created at Temple, including becoming a bat mitzvah. The RAC trip to Washington, D.C. this past March was especially enjoyable and enlightening. This trip allowed the class to meet other Jewish teens from all over the country, learn about and discuss many current world issues, and take a stand on subjects we were passionate about. Most importantly, the trip gave us the opportunity to get to really know each other better and form a strong bond, which fits with our service theme, the spirit of friendship. This friendship has grown even stronger during the weekly sessions with Rabbi, where we discuss topics of group interest and importance. I am proud to be celebrating confirmation with my class, and I look forward to sharing many more fun times together for another 2 years until Mahon graduation. I'm thankful to Rabbi Cantor and Mrs. Block for their spiritual and educational guidance over the years. I know I still have much more to learn about the Jewish religion, but this milestone of confirmation has helped further my appreciation for the teachings of Judaism and prepare me for the responsibilities of being a Jewish adult. Thank you.
We pray for all who hold positions of leadership and responsibility in our national life. Let your blessing, God, rest upon them and make them responsive to your will, so that our nation may be an example of justice and compassion to the world. Deepen our love for our country and our desire to serve it. Strengthen our power of self-sacrifice for our nation's welfare. Teach us to uphold its good name by our own right conduct. Make us see that the well-being of our nation is in the hands of all its citizens. Imbue us with zeal for the cause of liberty in our own land and in all lands. We pray for the safety of men and women who serve our country in uniform and for comfort and strength for the families.
We pray for the land of Israel and its people. May its borders know peace, its inhabitants tranquility, and may the bonds of faith and faith which unite the Jews of all lands be a source of strength to Israel and to us all. God of all lands, be a source of strength to Israel and to us all. God of all lands and ages, answer our constant prayers with Zion once more aglow with light for us and for all the world. And let us say together, Amen.
Confirmands, please rise. O God of Israel, like Jews of generations past, we take our place as confirmands. Grant that with them we may understand our responsibilities as Jews to show love to our family and friends, to learn more and more about the traditions of our people. O God, make us grateful for all that we have and ready always to share with those who are in need. Then we will be able to say, I am a Jew because 100 generations before me we were steadfast in their faith. I am a Jew because the faith of Israel teaches love and kindness. I am a Jew because the faith of Israel teaches justice, compassion, and truth. Amen.
I would ask the congregation to please rise. And you may all be seated.
Shabbat Shalom. Friendship can be defined as a state of mutual trust, understanding, and support. When I think about the spirit of friendship, the first thing that pops to my mind is the Washington, D.C. trip. This trip symbolizes everything that friendship stands for. Going into the trip, we were just an ordinary group of Jewish teens, but we walked away from the trip a group of friends. The D.C. trip is not only an icon for friendship, but it also taught me the importance of being Jewish. To me, being Jewish is not a choice, but a lifestyle I choose to embrace. When I reflect back on the spirit of friendship, sharing trust and compassion, I now understand the meaning through my experiences at the Washington, D.C. trip.
Shabbat Shalom. My name is Zoe Bender. My parents have always wanted me to have a strong Jewish identity. It all started with my baby naming. I was given the name Bria Pera. I started preschool at Temple Har Shalom as an orange pumpkin when I was 2 years old. Throughout the years, I've learned what it means to be Jewish. I had my bat mitzvah in Israel at Mount Masada with Rabbi Musnitsky and was surrounded by my family and other B'nai Mitzvot. Although celebrating the holidays are meaningful, I am now starting to understand why my parents wanted me to be part of the Jewish community. Even though at times it was difficult to make it to Hebrew High, when I was able to attend, I enjoyed learning about the topics we discussed. I will continue to learn, grow, and explore what it means to be Jewish. Lastly, I would like to thank all my teachers at Mountaintop, Rabbi Musnitsky and Cantor Berman, and especially my parents for giving me the gift of being part of the Jewish community.
Good evening. My name is Becca Batel. Before I begin, I must say that the words I have written here cannot even begin to fully express my gratitude towards the confirmands, Rabbi Cantor, and all of you for coming to support us on our confirmation evening. After my bat mitzvah, I was eager to attend Hebrew High and to continue my Jewish education because of my deep ties to Judaism and to stay connected to these great people who are standing here with me today. I truly believe that this service's theme truly captures the wonderful friendship we all share as a confirmation class. We are all connected with this common similarity of taking pride in our Jewish heritage, yet we all come from completely different backgrounds with diverse interests and hobbies. Getting to know each and every one of you has been absolutely incredible. It has been a pleasure to enjoy these past 7 years with such a spirited group of people where we always have a good time. We've all bonded over many things, from music with Eric, Wednesday night pizza dinners, volunteering at the soup kitchen, and participating in the midnight run together. I could not be more honored to be sharing the Bima with such amazing friends who I will never forget. This past March, we all had the opportunity of attending the RAC trip to Washington, D.C. At this conference, not only did we learn how to be effective leaders and how to affect change for issues we feel strongly about, but we also got to bond and truly learn about each other as well. I will always remember these wonderful and fulfilling memories that we all shared, and I can't wait to embark on this journey of confirmation with the rest of you and for all that is to come. Thank you to both Rabbi Musnitsky, Cantor Berman, and all my Temple Har Shalom teachers for your leadership, support, and guidance over the past few years. It has made the journey an unforgettable experience. Thank you, and Shabbat Shalom.
The presence of our students and their words have truly filled our hearts, so our gratitude continues. Page 25 of our prayer booklet as we rise together for the Aleinu.
Aleinu leshabeach Adonai, לתת גדולה ליוצאי בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים בפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא, ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו
I do ask that you please remain standing for at this time in our service, as we do each and every time we come together as a community. We remember those who are no longer physically present with us, but who are very much alive within our hearts and our minds. On this Shabbat, we commemorate the yortzites, the anniversary of those who died at this season in years past, as we remember Stephen Brosiner, Celeste H. Cohan, Adam Gregory Friedland, Beverly Shapiro, Riva Vardy, Ruth Widman. We remember those who have been taken from our midst in most recent days, as we remember Judy Friedman, mother of Glenn Friedman, Anita Frisco, grandmother of Sherry Cohen, Camille Rausch, mother of Stephanie Green, and Judy Mann, stepsister of Cantor Anna Berman. And on this evening of confirmation, we always remember those of the extended family members upon whose shoulders our confirmands stand. But most especially, we remember the father of one of our confirmands, Alexander Ovrutsky. We remember him with love and with deepest memory and appreciation, who together with Tatiana has given us the great gift of his daughter. Together, we remember those of the American Armed Forces and the Israel Defense Forces, all of whom have given their lives in defense of our nation and of our country, Israel. And so together we recite the Kaddish prayer.
Gadal v'yitgadash shemei Rabbah, ve'alma divrach cherutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayei t'chol Beit Yisrael, ba'agala u'bizman kavri v'imru amen. Yehi shmei Rabbah mevarach le'olam amei amaya. Yitbarak v'yishtabak v'yitpa'ar v'yitraman v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei d'kudusha b'rechu. Le'olam imkol birchata v'shirata. Tushbachata v'nechemata. Da'amiran v'alma v'yimru amen. Yehi shlama Rabbah mim shemaya. V'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav. U'ya'aseh shalom. Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru.
Amen. We pray that the source of peace will send peace to all who mourn and comfort all the bereaved among us, as we all say.
Amen.
Amen. You may be seated. It is our confirmands who have worked hard all evening and really all year to bring us this most magical and I hope most enjoyable and inspiring service to all of you. And now it is time for us to present them with some gifts of gratitude. Welcome forward now the president of our congregation, Stephanie Green.
Shabbat Shalom, confirmants. Shabbat Shalom, everyone, and welcome. I am honored to represent Temple Har Shalom's Board of Trustees at this Shabbat of your confirmation. Historically, confirmation originated in the Reform movement and is linked, as you've taught us tonight, to the Jewish holiday of Shavuot, where we receive the Ten Commandments. Confirmation constitutes an individual and group affirmation of commitment to the Jewish people, and tonight you all have done that beautifully. Confirmation is one of our youngest Jewish life cycle ceremonies, and it began less than 200 years ago. Whenever it began, I am proud to voice on behalf of your entire congregational family our feelings of pride, of happiness, and of hope as we honor and celebrate your commitment to Judaism and to the spirit of friendship, loving your neighbor as yourself, and also to Tikkun Olam, as through love thy neighbor as yourself, you all heal the world. Tonight, we recognize that commitment, and we know that the best way to change the world is through service. Service to help ensure our world can sustain and us and all living things. Service is truly a virtue, and it embodies a dedication. Listen to this description regarding what service means. Using our gifts to be of service is the fullest expression of our lives. Each day, we find a multitude of ways to be useful. Whatever we may achieve, the quality of our own life comes to the quality of our own contribution. First and foremost, we serve out our loved ones. We notice what others need, discover their wishes, and respond helpfully. We don't wait to be asked, A spirit of service invests whatever we do with excellence. We give our very best effort. People who want to be of service can truly change the world. We at Temple Har Shalom are grateful for the privilege of serving the community and of serving you, of having the opportunity to both teach and to learn from you as you shared your gifts with us and with Rabbi each and every week. As you prepare to finish sophomore year and reflect on this past year, your family, your school, your sports, the temple, community service, you might find yourself, as I often do, thinking that there's so much more to learn, so many who need, so much to do, and wondering, what did I learn this year? What good have I done? Am I making a difference? Does anyone know this, and is it enough? Well, I have a favorite poem that I've been reading to confirmation classes, and it's attributed to Ralph Waldo Emerson, but it was more likely written by a woman named Bessie Stanley that seeks to address the uncertainty, and it helps me to redefine success, and I'd like to share it with each of you. Success: to laugh often and much, to win the respect of intelligent people and the affection of children, to earn the appreciation of honest critics, and endure the betrayal of false friends, to appreciate beauty and to find the best in others, to leave the world a bit better, whether by a healthy child, a garden patch, or a redeemed social condition, to know even one life has breathed easier because you have lived. This is to have succeeded. From feeding the hungry, to lobbying in the halls of DC, to helping a loved one, it is with great pride in your accomplishment that I, on behalf of the board and our entire congregational family, congratulate you on succeeding and reaching this simcha. You are the hope and promise of tomorrow. May you look back on this as a link in the long chain of life cycle celebrations, remembering that wherever you go, there will always be someone Jewish, and you have and you will continue to succeed. On behalf of the congregation, Mrs. Block, who has done so much for our religious school and helping us all reach this day, have some gifts to give you, and I think we're going to call each by name. Is that right? Yes. So when we call your name, please come up. Anna Beitel. Rebecca Beitel. Zoe Bender. Aliyah Booth. Jessica Carrieri. Anna Cohen. Zach Cooper. Julia Heidelberg. Emma Kozlov. Juliette Neary. Anthony Levine. Eliza Les. Andrew Mobley Nisi. Brianna Mobley Nisi. Anna Obritsky.
We as a confirmation class of 2017 have decided for this special occasion to make a contribution to the temple. We decided to purchase a brick that will be placed at the entrance of the temple. The inscription will read, Class of 2017 Confirmation. And we want to thank the rabbi for all the help and the guidance she gave us this year. And this could not have been made possible without the help of Rabbi Minitsky, Cantor Berman, and Elizabeth Block. We also would like to say a special thanks to Shira for helping out this year, and we all wish her the best of luck in the future.
Rabbi, to commemorate this year, we have this book for you. Thank you so much for
thank you.
And that's Holly.
Oh my God, thank you.
I don't know. This is the brick money.
Oh, okay. There's the money for the brick. Perfect.
Okay, thank you. And for Elizabeth, Cantor, and Rabbi, flowers.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you on behalf of the entire congregation. We'll look forward to seeing the rest on the walk.
Truly, both last Friday night when we bid farewell to our graduates, and now tonight as we experience confirmation, there are many times of doubt within a cantorate or a rabbinate when we wonder, why are we doing this? As educators, as teachers, as leaders of a community, as passionate Jews, we hope that somebody somewhere is listening. And I just want to thank you all for making it so worthwhile. In truth, they are our greatest gift, and you who have brought them here and support this congregation make it possible for us to have a future. And nothing fills our heart so much as to be able to say Toda Rabbah. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts, with love and deepest appreciation, and with the hope that one day you'll let us all share not only graduation, but listen carefully, a chuppah. And now it is our joy to bless them.
This blessing is for all of you.
You are gifts and you are blessings. You are history in song. You are hope and you are healing. We are learning to be strong. You are words and you are stories. You are pictures of the past. You are carriers of wisdom, not the first and not the last. Midor vador nagid God lecha. Midor vador we protect this chain from generation to generation. Lidor Vador, these lips will praise your name.
There are just two more deeds before we can make our way to our celebration. It is a make your own ice cream sundae, Oneg Shabbat, in their honor. But first, a member of the confirmation class of 2020 needs to come forward. That's you, Terrence. 2020, come on up. We need you to help
Really?
us.
She means it, Terrence. Come on up, bud. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz b'tzei avot.
And as our class prepares to recede and proceed out and greet you all in the rear of the sanctuary, as we welcome them with the blast of the shofar, so we conclude with the blast of the shofarim. Tekiah and Shabbat Shalom. Please come join us.
Thank you, Bob. What? Oh, it's fine. Oh, okay. Oh, is it really? Oh, good.
She tells us she's going to go
Whatever, we'll see. We'll see. Right, exactly. Sometimes we can look at them though, I say, we must be using that, you know?
There we go. Yeah, well, let's take them and put them in the kitchen and put them in a rods.
We go have a plan for all these things not to happen.
Let's take all those and put them in a vase.
Manny, do you think the doors to the education corridor are open?
They're open?
Sometimes they
Why?
are. Just sometimes.
So I don't have to leave. Bima, on a vase, where?
In the kitchen. Just put it in the kitchen.
Downstairs?
We have vases in up here.
Okay.
Here, just give them to me. I'll take them. I'll take them. Oh, I got it. It's fine. It's fine. Just give it to me. Just give it to me. I got it. You got one upside down. The microphones are on them.
is on YouTube now, right? Yep. Nice.
Oh, actually, you know what? Stay like this. Here, friend. Let's wait, because I'm gonna disconnect the computer now. Before we disconnect, say goodbye. Hey, goodbye. Yeah. Yeah, move it. Okay, so now you guys can go and see that.
Hey, how y'all doing?